My child, stop for a moment and listen to me. Do not rush past this message as though it were just another voice among many. You have heard countless opinions, promises, predictions, and distractions. But this moment is different. I brought you here because I wanted your attention before the day moved any further. I know exactly what has been weighing on your heart, and I know how easy it would be for you to believe that nothing is about to change. But do not believe that lie. You have been carrying burdens that no one else has fully seen. You have smiled when you wanted to cry. You have answered questions with "I am fine," while inside you wondered how much longer you could keep standing. You have prayed prayers you never spoke aloud because you feared even saying them would make the pain more real, yet I heard every one of them. Not a single whisper escaped my attention. Not one tear disappeared without me seeing it. Not one lonely night passed without my presence beside you. Even when you believed heaven had gone silent, I was closer than your own breath. You measured my nearness by what you could feel, but I have never asked you to measure me that way. Feelings rise and fall like waves upon the sea. My faithfulness never moves. I remain who I have always been. I remain the God who opens doors no one can shut. I remain the God who heals what the world calls impossible. I remain the God who finishes what I begin, and I have not forgotten you. My child, there is something I need you to understand before I reveal what is coming next. The waiting has not been punishment. The delay has not been rejection. The silence has never been abandonment. While you counted the days, I was preparing the years ahead. While you questioned whether I remembered your name, I was arranging circumstances that you could never have arranged yourself. You have looked at closed doors and assumed they were evidence that I had said no. But many of those doors were never meant to become part of your future. Some opportunities looked beautiful on the outside, but carried hidden sorrow inside them. Some relationships appeared full of promise, but would have stolen your peace one small piece at a time. Some paths offered quick success while quietly leading you away from the purpose I created for you. You asked why I closed them. One day you will thank me that I did. A loving father does not remove danger because his child understands it. He removes danger because his child does not. That has been my work in your life more often than you realize. There are disasters you never experienced, because I redirected your steps before you ever saw them. There are betrayals you never suffered because I separated you from people before they could wound you. There are losses you never counted because they never reached your hands. You call many things coincidence. I call them protection. Look back over your journey. How many times did everything appear ready to collapse? How many moments convinced you that there was no way forward? Yet somehow another morning arrived. Strength returned. Another opportunity appeared. Another breath filled your lungs. Another reason to continue found its way into your heart. That was me, not chance, not luck. Me, I have walked beside you every step of the way. Even when you walked away from me for a season, I never walked away from you. Even when disappointment hardened your heart, I continued speaking. Even when doubt whispered louder than faith, my love remained unchanged. Nothing you have done has surprised me. Nothing you have faced has caught me unprepared. Before your battle began, I already knew how it would end. That is why I am asking you now, trust me a little longer. Do not surrender one chapter before the breakthrough I have already written. I know you grow tired of hearing people say that your blessing is coming. I know those words have begun to sound empty because time has stretched longer than you expected. But I am not speaking empty words. I speak what I create. When I declare light, darkness leaves. When I declare life, hope begins to breathe again. When I declare a door open, no power on earth can keep it closed. So hear me carefully, something has already begun to move. You cannot fully see it yet because much of what I do begins beneath the surface. A seed does not announce its growth. Roots form in silence. The strongest foundations are always built where human eyes cannot watch. That is exactly how I have been working in your life. You believed nothing was happening because you saw no visible progress. Meanwhile, I was strengthening what would carry you for years to come. I was teaching you patience. I was teaching you discernment. I was teaching you to recognize my voice above every other voice. Because where I am taking you, you cannot survive on emotion alone. You must know me. Not simply know about me, know me. There is a difference. Many people seek miracles. Few seek my heart. Many ask me to remove every challenge. Few ask me to transform who they become through those challenges. But you, even through your questions, even through your frustration, you continued turning back toward me. You may think your faith has been weak. I see something different. I see someone who kept walking despite exhaustion. Someone who kept praying despite disappointment. Someone who kept hoping after every reason to quit. That kind of faith moves heaven, not perfect faith, persistent faith, the kind that whispers, I do not understand, but I will trust you anyway. My child, do not underestimate what has been growing inside you. The world celebrates loud strength. I celebrate quiet endurance. The strength to forgive when revenge feels easier. The strength to remain honest when deception promises faster success. The strength to stay kind after being treated unfairly. The strength to keep believing when nothing around you agrees with your belief. That strength is becoming part of who you are. No one can take it from you. Not because you earned it, because I formed it inside you. And now, the season is beginning to change. The ground beneath your feet is not the same ground you stood upon yesterday. You may not recognize the difference immediately, but heaven recognizes it. The battles you fought were not meaningless. Every lesson has prepared you for what comes next. Every tear watered something greater than you imagined. Every prayer built another stone upon the road now opening before you. Do not fear the future. The future already knows my name, my child. There is something I have wanted to tell you for a long time, but until now your heart was carrying too much fear to receive it. You kept asking me to change your circumstances. I was preparing to change you first, not because you were the problem, but because the life I prepared for you requires a different way of seeing, a different way of thinking, and a different way of trusting. If I had given you everything you asked for years ago, you would have celebrated the gift, but missed the purpose behind it. Some blessings become burdens when they arrive before wisdom. Some opportunities become traps when they meet an unprepared heart. That is why my timing is never careless. I am not trying to make you wait. I am making sure what I give you will remain. Many people only see what happens above the surface. They celebrate the harvest, but never consider the years spent cultivating the soil. They admire the strong tree but forget the invisible roots holding it steady during every storm. You have been living in the season of roots. It has not been exciting. It has not been easy. At times it has felt painfully slow. But roots determine whether a tree survives the wind, and I have been preparing you for storms that would have destroyed the person you used to be. The version of you standing before me today is stronger than you realize. You have survived disappointments that once would have shattered your confidence. You have endured seasons of loneliness without allowing bitterness to become your identity. You have learned to keep walking even when every answer seemed delayed. That is growth. Growth is rarely loud. It happens quietly while most people assume nothing is changing. Do not compare your journey with someone else's. You do not know the weight they were called to carry. You do not know the road I designed for them, and they do not know yours. Comparison has stolen enough of your peace. Release it. The purpose I wrote over your life has never depended on another person's success. What I have prepared for you cannot be taken by someone else. No promotion, no opportunity, no relationship, no blessing that truly belongs to you will ever miss your life because another person reached it first. I know exactly where your provision is. I know exactly when your answer will arrive. Nothing is lost in my hands. Nothing, my child. There are moments when you have questioned your value because people failed to recognize it. You assumed their silence was proof that you were not enough. But people can only recognize what they have learned to see. Many overlooked David while I was choosing a king. Many ignored Joseph before I placed authority in his hands. Many dismissed Ruth before I wrote her into a story that would bless generations. Their opinions never changed my decision. Neither do the opinions spoken over you. Stop measuring yourself by voices that never carried authority over your destiny. I am the one who formed you before anyone ever knew your name. I know every gift I placed inside you. I know every strength you have yet to discover. I know every purpose waiting to unfold. Nothing about your life is accidental, even the parts you wish had never happened. You wonder why certain painful memories still remain. You ask why I allowed experiences that seem to leave permanent scars. Listen carefully. I never waste pain surrendered to me. The wounds you once begged me to erase have become places where compassion now lives. Because you understand sorrow, you will recognize the broken. Because you have experienced rejection, you will know how to welcome those who feel forgotten. Because you have walked through uncertainty, you will become a source of hope for others still searching for direction. The enemy wanted your pain to define you. I am using it to prepare you. There is a difference. One destroys, the other transforms. Transformation is taking place inside you even now. Perhaps you cannot see it, but heaven can. The angels assigned to your life see it. The enemy sees it as well. That is why the attacks against your peace have increased. The closer you come to stepping into what I prepared, the louder the distractions become. Have you noticed? Small things suddenly seem unusually heavy. Tiny frustrations feel larger than they should. Your attention is constantly being pulled in different directions. Not everything competing for your attention deserves it. Discern the difference. There are voices that promise quick answers but quietly lead you away from wisdom. There are distractions that appear harmless until they slowly consume your focus. There are habits that steal hours from your life while giving almost nothing in return. Guard your attention. Your attention is one of the greatest gifts I have given you. Where your attention goes, your heart often follows. Where your heart remains, your life eventually moves. That is why I continue calling you back to stillness. Not because I need silence, because you need clarity. You cannot hear my whisper while chasing every noise the world creates. Come away from the confusion, even for a few moments each day. Lay down the pressure to solve everything yourself. You were never created to carry every burden alone. Give them to me, not because I cannot see them, because I want you to experience what happens when trust becomes greater than fear. Fear tells you everything depends on you. Faith reminds you everything rests in my hands. Which voice will you believe, my child? There is another truth you must hear. Forgive yourself. You have carried guilt long after I offered forgiveness. You continue replaying mistakes I have already covered with my mercy. You keep returning to places I already invited you to leave behind. Why? Because shame convinces you that punishment is necessary before peace is allowed. That is not my voice. Conviction leads you toward freedom. Shame chains you to the past. I did not send my love into your life so you could spend every day remembering who you used to be. I came to reveal who you are becoming. Lift your eyes. Stop introducing yourself by your failures. Introduce yourself by my promises. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are not too late. You are mine. That identity changes everything. When you truly understand who you are in me, the opinions of people lose their power. Fear loses its grip. Comparison loses its attraction. The future loses its terror. Because you know the one walking beside you, and I have never lost a battle. I have never failed to complete my purpose. I have never abandoned one soul who trusted me. I will not begin with you. There is more ahead than behind. Do not keep looking through the rearview mirror while I am opening a new road before you. Some things must remain behind so you can walk freely into what comes next. Release them. The weight you refuse to surrender will slow the blessing you have been praying to receive. Lay it down. I will carry what you cannot, and I will strengthen what you thought was too weak to continue. You are closer than you realize. Much closer, my child. Now I want to reveal something the enemy has worked very hard to keep hidden from you. He knows he cannot cancel the purpose I placed over your life. He cannot erase your name from my hand. He cannot rewrite the future I have already spoken. So he chooses another strategy. He tries to exhaust you before you ever arrive. He whispers that your waiting is proof I have forgotten you. He tells you your failures define your future. He reminds you of every mistake while remaining silent about every victory I have already given you. He fills your mind with noise because he fears what will happen when you finally hear my voice clearly. Do you see the pattern? The battle has never been only around you. It has been within your thoughts. That is why I keep calling you back to truth. Not because I enjoy repeating myself, because truth becomes stronger every time you choose to believe it instead of the lie. You have spent too much time believing voices that never loved you. People who spoke from their own wounds. People who projected their fears onto your future. People who judged your beginning without knowing your calling. Release their words. They were never meant to become the foundation of your identity. My words are the only foundation that will stand when every storm arrives. Build your life there. My child, you have asked me many times why certain battles lasted so long. Listen carefully. Some battles remained because they were shaping a strength that could not be learned any other way. Gold is refined by fire. A sword is strengthened by pressure. Faith grows through trust when sight offers no certainty. Would I have preferred an easier road for you? If an easier road could have produced the same purpose, I would have chosen it. But I always choose what leads to life, not merely what feels comfortable for the moment. There were seasons when you believed you were falling apart. You were actually being rebuilt. The old ways of thinking had to break. The dependence on people's approval had to break. The fear of disappointing everyone had to break. The belief that you were only valuable when everything was going well had to break. Some breaking is mercy, because I cannot fill hands that refuse to let go of what no longer belongs there. You have prayed for something new, now make room for it. Do not ask me to pour fresh water into a vessel, still filled with yesterday's bitterness. Do not ask for peace while holding tightly to unforgiveness. Do not ask for direction while refusing to leave places I have already called you out of. Trust my leading, even when it feels unfamiliar. Especially then, because I rarely lead my children in circles, I lead them forward. Forward sometimes feels uncomfortable. Forward often requires courage. Forward may ask you to release what once felt safe, but forward is where your future lives. My child, pay attention over the coming days, not with fear. With wisdom, I will begin confirming my direction in ways you cannot ignore. A conversation will stay with you longer than expected. A scripture will seem to follow you wherever you turn. An unexpected opportunity will arrive with unusual peace. A door you kept trying to force open will suddenly lose its attraction. Do not dismiss these moments as coincidence. Learn to recognize my fingerprints. I have always spoken in many ways, sometimes through my word, sometimes through peace that settles deeply within you, sometimes through a timely reminder, sometimes by quietly closing a door you insisted on opening. Every answer is not dramatic. Many of my greatest miracles begin so quietly that only those who stay close to me recognize them. Do not chase spectacular signs while ignoring simple obedience. One faithful step is often more powerful than one emotional moment. You do not need to know every step after that. Trust me with today's step. Tomorrow will receive its own grace. Next week will receive its own wisdom. Next season will receive its own provision. Do not spend today's strength carrying tomorrow's burden. You have done that for too long. Rest, not from purpose, from striving. There is a difference. Striving says everything depends on you. Rest says everything belongs to me. When you begin living from that place of trust, you will notice something changing inside you. Your prayers will become quieter, not because your faith is smaller, because your confidence is greater. You will stop begging me to remember you. You will know that I never forgot. You will stop trying to convince me to love you. You will understand that my love was never in question. You will stop living as though every blessing must be earned. You will begin receiving with gratitude instead of anxiety. That is freedom. That is the life I desire for you. Not a life without challenges. A life where challenges no longer control your heart, my child. There are people I am preparing to bring into your life. Do not become so attached to those leaving that you fail to welcome those arriving. Some relationships have completed their assignment. Honor what they taught you. Bless them. Then keep walking. Do not confuse an ending with abandonment. Many endings are invitations. I remove what limits you so I can introduce what strengthens you. The people I am sending will not always tell you what you want to hear. They will tell you what helps you grow. They will encourage your faith instead of feeding your fear. They will point you toward my presence instead of toward themselves. Recognize them by their fruit, not by their appearance, not by impressive words. Peace, humility, wisdom, faithfulness. These are the marks that endure. And as I bring those people to you, I am also preparing someone else. Someone who needs the comfort I have placed inside you. Never believe your healing is only for yourself. I comfort my children so they may become comfort for others. I restore hearts so restored hearts can strengthen the broken. The story you once wished to hide may become the testimony that gives another person hope. Do not despise what I have redeemed. I waste nothing placed into my hands, nothing. Even now, while you are listening to my voice, I am arranging pieces you cannot yet see. The road ahead is becoming clearer. The burden is becoming lighter. The season is changing. Do not lose heart now. The sunrise is always closest while the sky still appears dark. Remain with me. Walk with me. Trust me. And when the next door opens, do not stand outside because fear remembers yesterday. Walk through it with confidence. I will already be waiting for you on the other side. My child, before you step into what I have prepared, there is one more lesson your heart must understand. Do not confuse delay with defeat. There were moments when you believed time was working against you. You watched others celebrate while you continued waiting. You saw prayers answered around you while yours seemed suspended in silence. Quietly, you wondered if I had chosen everyone else before you. But my child, heaven does not measure time the way the world does. The world celebrates speed. I celebrate readiness. A gift received too early often becomes a burden. A responsibility accepted before maturity can crush the one carrying it. That is why I prepare the person before I reveal the promise. You prayed for greater influence. I began building greater humility. You prayed for increase. I began strengthening your character. You prayed for open doors. I taught you discernment so you would know which doors not to enter. Nothing has been wasted, not one difficult conversation, not one lonely season, not one tear, not one prayer whispered into the darkness. I gathered them all. There is a storehouse in heaven that holds every act of faith you believed no one noticed. Every time you chose kindness when anger seemed easier, I saw it. Every time you forgave someone who never apologized, I saw it. Every time you gave when you felt you had little left, I saw it. Every time you worshipped me while carrying a broken heart, I saw it. Never believe that obedience disappears into emptiness. Nothing offered to me is ever forgotten. My child, you have often asked for visible confirmation. You wanted to know whether I was truly moving. So let me tell you something. There were prayers you thought remained unanswered because you expected one specific outcome. Meanwhile, I answered them in ways you did not recognize. You asked me for strength. I allowed opportunities to become stronger. You asked for wisdom. I placed decisions before you that required dependence upon me. You asked for peace. I invited you to surrender what disturbed your soul. The answer was there. It simply arrived wearing a different face than you expected. Learn to recognize my answers even when they come quietly. Not every miracle announces itself with thunder. Some arrive as a changed heart. Some arrive as unexpected peace. Some arrive as the courage to keep moving when yesterday you wanted to quit. Those are miracles too. Never underestimate the quiet work of my spirit. The greatest transformations often happen where applause cannot reach. My child, there is something I need you to release tonight. Release the pressure to have everything figured out. You keep believing that before you can move forward. You must understand every detail. That is not how faith works. Faith takes the next faithful step, then the next, then another. I rarely show the entire road. If I did, you would trust the road instead of trusting me. I want your confidence rooted in my presence, not in your ability to predict tomorrow. That is why I tell you only what you need for today. Tomorrow's grace belongs to tomorrow. Today's grace is already here. Receive it. Breathe again. You have carried responsibilities that were never yours to carry. You tried to solve problems that only I could solve. You accepted burdens that belonged to other people. You convinced yourself that if you worried enough, somehow everything would improve. But worry has never created a single blessing. It only steals today's strength. Lay those burdens before me. You were never created to be your own savior. You already have one. Trust me enough to rest. Rest is not weakness. Rest is confidence that I remain at work even while you sleep. Did I not keep the stars in their place last night? Did I not cause the sun to rise again this morning? Did I not sustain your heartbeat without asking your permission? If I faithfully care for creation, will I not faithfully care for you? My child, soon you will begin noticing that certain things no longer tempt you the way they once did. Old fears will lose their voice. Old habits will lose their grip. Old lies will lose their influence. Do not be surprised. That is what freedom feels like. Freedom rarely arrives all at once. It comes one decision at a time, one surrendered thought at a time, one act of obedience at a time. Do not despise small victories. Heaven celebrates them. Every time you choose forgiveness, freedom grows. Every time you choose truth over fear, freedom grows. Every time you choose my voice instead of anxiety, freedom grows. One day you will look back and realize the chains did not fall in one dramatic moment. They weakened every time you trusted me until finally they broke. My child, I also want to prepare you for success. Many ask me to protect them during hardship. Few ask me to keep them humble during abundance. When the answers begin arriving, do not forget the place where you learn dependence. When the doors begin opening, remember who opened them. When people begin celebrating what I do through your life, keep your heart anchored in gratitude. Success without humility becomes another prison, but blessing received with thanksgiving becomes worship. I am not only preparing you to receive, I am preparing you to steward. What I place into your hands is never meant to stop with you. Become generous, become compassionate, become available. Comfort the discouraged, strengthen the weary. Pray for those who have forgotten how. Lift those who are falling. You have received much, give freely. That is how my kingdom grows. My child, the story I am writing through your life is far from over. Do not close the book because one chapter was painful. Do not assume the ending because you cannot yet see the next page I am still writing. And my endings are always greater than my beginnings. The tears will not have the final word. The disappointment will not have the final word. Fear will not have the final word. I will. And my word over your life has never changed. You are loved, you are chosen, you are protected, you are guided, you are never alone. Walk forward with confidence. Walk forward with peace. Walk forward knowing that before your feet touch tomorrow, I am already there. My child, now I want to speak to the place in your heart that has grown quiet after so many disappointments. There was a time when you expected good things to happen. You prayed with confidence. You dreamed without hesitation. You believed the future would unfold exactly as you imagined. Then life happened. People made promises they never intended to keep. Doors closed without explanation. Opportunities disappeared just as they seemed within reach. The prayers you thought would be answered quickly stretched into months. Then years, little by little. Hope became something you handled carefully. You stopped expecting too much because disappointment hurt less when your expectations stayed small. You convinced yourself that being realistic was the safest way to live. But my child, I did not create you merely to survive. I created you to live with hope, not hope placed in circumstances, not hope placed in people. Hope placed in me. The world calls hope a feeling. I call hope a decision. It is the choice to believe that my promises remain true, even when your eyes cannot yet see them. That kind of hope cannot be destroyed by temporary setbacks. Because it is anchored in my character, and I do not change. The same God who carried you through your yesterday is already waiting in your tomorrow. The same hand that protected you in your weakest moments is still stretched over your life today. Nothing has become too difficult for me. Nothing has become too broken for me to restore. Nothing has wandered too far for me to reach. Remember who I am. When Moses stood before the sea with nowhere to go, I made a way. When Daniel sat surrounded by lions, I remained greater than every threat. When Lazarus lay in the tomb, death itself obeyed my voice. Do you think your situation is beyond my power? Do you think your future surprises me? Do you think I have reached the limit of what I can do? No, my child. The only limits you often encounter are the ones fear builds inside your own heart. Fear says, it has always been this way. Faith says, I serve a God who makes all things new. Fear says, you missed your chance. Faith says, what I have appointed for you cannot be stolen. Fear says you are too weak. Faith says, my strength is made perfect in weakness. Listen carefully to which voice you are allowing to shape your future, because the voice you follow eventually becomes the direction you walk. My child, there are blessings I have prepared that require courage to receive. Many imagine courage means the absence of fear. It does not. Courage is choosing obedience while fear is still whispering. Courage is taking the next step even when certainty has not yet arrived. Courage is believing that my hand is steady enough to hold you if the ground beneath you changes. You have already shown more courage than you realize. Every morning you chose to rise after another difficult night. That was courage. Every prayer you whispered through tears. That was courage. Every time you forgave someone who never earned it. That was courage. Every time you refused to become bitter after being wounded. That was courage. Do not overlook the victories that happened quietly. Heaven has not overlooked them. My angels have witnessed everyone, and I have smiled over your faithfulness more times than you know. My child, there is a difference between being busy and being fruitful. The world constantly urges you to do more, move faster, achieve more, prove yourself, earn your worth. But I have never asked you to live that way. Fruit grows naturally when the tree remains rooted. It does not struggle to convince anyone that it is alive. It simply remains connected to its source. Remain connected to me. Do not measure your life only by visible results. Measure it by faithfulness. A faithful heart accomplishes more in my kingdom than a hurried heart chasing recognition. Some of the greatest work I have done through my children has never appeared in headlines. It happened through quiet obedience, a kind word spoken at the right moment, a prayer offered in secret, a generous act no one applauded, a faithful decision made when nobody was watching. Heaven sees differently than the world. What people overlook, I reward. What people dismiss, I often use to change generations. Never underestimate what simple obedience can become when placed into my hands. My child, I also know there are questions you still carry. Questions you have never spoken aloud. Questions that return late at night when the room grows quiet. You wonder, will everything truly be okay? You wonder, what if I fail again? You wonder, what if I misunderstand God's direction? Listen to me, you are not walking this road by yourself. If you stumble, I will lift you. If you become uncertain, I will guide you. If you grow weary, I will strengthen you. Your future does not depend upon your perfection. It depends upon my faithfulness, and my faithfulness has never failed. Even when you make mistakes, I know how to redirect your steps. Even when you choose poorly, I know how to redeem what seems lost. That does not mean you should ignore wisdom. It means you never need to live in despair. Because redemption is always greater than regret when you place your life into my hands. So stop living as though one wrong decision could destroy every promise I have spoken over you. I am greater than your mistakes, greater than your fears, greater than your past, greater than the voices that told you it was too late. My child, the next season of your life will not be built on striving. It will be built on trust. You will notice yourself becoming calmer, more patient, less controlled by urgency, more willing to wait for my peace before making important decisions. This is not weakness. This is maturity. You are learning that my pace is always better than panic. You are learning that waiting with me is never wasted. You are learning that stillness often reveals what hurry would have hidden. Keep walking this way. Do not return to the anxiety that once ruled your thoughts. You have lived there long enough. A new season is opening before you. Walk into it with confidence. Not confidence in yourself alone. Confidence in the one who walks before you, beside you, and behind you. I have gone ahead to prepare what you cannot yet see. And when the moment arrives, you will understand why I asked you to trust me. You will see that every delay carried purpose. Every closed door carried protection. Every lesson carried preparation. Every tear watered tomorrow's harvest. And you will say, God knew all along. My child, now let me tell you what happens when you stop living from fear and begin living from trust. Everything begins to change. Not all at once, not in a single dramatic moment, but quietly, steadily, deeply. The first thing that changes is your vision. You stop seeing every obstacle as the end of the road. You begin seeing it as another place where my power can be revealed. The mountain does not disappear immediately, but it no longer intimidates you. Because you remember who created the mountain, the storm may still gather, but your heart remains calm because you know who commands the wind. That is the peace I have been teaching you. Not the absence of trouble, the presence of my authority in the middle of it. Many people chase peaceful circumstances. I offer something greater, a peaceful heart. Circumstances rise and fall, my peace remains. Guard that peace, do not hand it away to every opinion. Do not surrender it because of every unexpected delay. Peace is one of the greatest treasures I have placed inside you. Protect it. There will always be voices demanding your attention. Some will tell you to hurry. Others will tell you to quit. Some will tell you to become someone you were never created to be just to gain acceptance. Listen carefully. Not every voice deserves your obedience. The loudest voice is not always the truest one. The most popular opinion is not always wisdom. Return again and again to my voice. You will recognize it. I do not lead you through panic. I do not manipulate you through fear. I do not rush you into confusion when I guide you. There is clarity. Even if the path is challenging, there is peace beneath the challenge. That peace is your confirmation. My child, I also want to teach you something about waiting. The world thinks waiting means doing nothing. My kingdom sees waiting differently. Waiting is preparation. Waiting is strengthening. Waiting is learning to trust when immediate answers are unavailable. A farmer does not dig up the seed every morning to see whether it has started growing. He waters it, he protects it, he trusts what is happening beneath the soil. Do the same with the promises I have spoken over your life. Do not keep digging them up through doubt. Do not measure them by what you can see today. Trust the process I have begun. I finish everything I start. Have I ever abandoned the sunrise halfway through the morning? Have I ever forgotten to send the rain in its season? Have I ever failed to keep the stars in their places? Then why would I fail you? You have placed so much confidence in what you can measure. Now place your confidence in my character. My character has never changed. I have never spoken a promise that returned empty. Everything I declare reaches its appointed destination. So will the words I have spoken over your life. My child, there is another trap I want you to avoid. Do not allow disappointment to become your identity. Something happened to you, but it is not who you are. You experienced rejection. You are not rejected. You experienced loss. You are not abandoned. You experienced failure. You are not a failure. The enemy wants you to wear temporary experiences as permanent names. I refuse to call you by your worst day. I call you by your purpose. I call you by your future. I call you by the identity I gave you before anyone else ever formed an opinion about you. Remember that. When old accusations return, answer them with my truth. When shame tries to introduce itself again, remind it that grace has already taken its place. When regret tells you to look backward, lift your eyes toward the future I continue preparing. Do not build your home inside yesterday. Yesterday can teach you. It cannot lead you. I lead you. My child, there are dreams inside you that you buried because they seemed impossible. You quietly stopped praying about them, not because you no longer desired them, because hoping became painful. Bring those dreams back to me. Not every dream came from me, but many did. Do not bury what I planted simply because the season of growth took longer than expected. The oak tree does not apologize for growing slowly. Its strength comes from the time invested beneath the surface. So will yours. I am building something in your life that can endure, not something that shines briefly before fading away. Be patient with the work I am doing, even when you cannot yet understand it, especially then. My child, one day you will tell your story, not to make much of yourself, but to make much of my faithfulness. Someone will listen and realize they are not alone. Someone will hear how I carried you through uncertainty and find the courage to trust me again. Someone will discover hope because you refuse to give up. Never underestimate how powerfully I can use a surrendered life. You think I am preparing only your future. I am also preparing the lives your obedience will touch. There are prayers I will answer through you. There are broken hearts I will comfort through your words. There are weary souls who will recognize my love because they first experienced your kindness. Walk gently, speak carefully, love generously, forgive quickly. These things are never wasted. They are seeds, and every seed planted in love produces a harvest beyond what you can imagine. My child, as this time together comes closer to its end, I want you to leave with one truth firmly planted in your spirit. You are not walking toward uncertainty. You are walking toward my promises. The road may still contain challenges, but it also contains my presence. The future may still require faith, but it is already held securely in my hands. Do not fear tomorrow. Tomorrow belongs to me before it ever belongs to you. So wake each morning expecting my goodness. Walk each day listening for my voice. End each evening resting in my faithfulness. I will continue guiding you. I will continue protecting you. I will continue opening the right doors and closing the wrong ones. Nothing can separate you from my love. Nothing can cancel my purpose for your life. Nothing can overcome the plans I have established for you. Lift your head, strengthen your heart. Keep your eyes on me. The road ahead is brighter than you think. The answer is nearer than you realize. And the greatest evidence of my faithfulness is not only what I am about to do for you, it is that I have never left you for a single moment. Walk forward in peace, my child. I am with you today, tomorrow, and always.